father and son duo came from North Carolina to see tonight's game. Diego is a Warrior fan. Dad, not so much.
We're getting along so far because everything's going my way. Too big, too strong. We really need the crowd behind us. That's why I'm here, to give us that extra boost and get us over the hump. Take total control tonight.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Tavares Jordan.
I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talk a pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the hall. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talk a pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the hall. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah, this is a major play. We do it big in a major way. Diego be having the pick of the day. Here we come, don't care if you ready. We them boys, the gold is heavy. Top picks like cheese, no shredded. Number one is where we headed. I'm a grizzly, a bear like Desmond. I'm a Steeler, no saint, no reverend. Making plays is our profession. Do it big, it's now or never. I got game like I'm moving clever. We be reaching all different levels. Never breaking, we hitting the pedal. Right on time, we ride on schedule. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talk a pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the hall. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talk a pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the hall. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah. Come join the winning team. Winner circle. Pick 'em pros.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros, coming back at you in the house with a special episode of Who You Got, father-son dynamic duo. Oh, man, we got a fire show for you today. Thank you for checking us out. We are at the crib today. Haven't been at the house in a while. We've been in the beautiful studio in Cary, North Carolina, that Joe runs for us. And then today we were supposed to be at King's, where you can bowl and dine and have a bunch of fun, but had some inclement weather here in the North Carolina area, so we're doing it at the house. But we've got our fire guests, Christopher Bryanna, joining us, so we're really excited about that. But we'll bring them on in a second. But how you doing, my man?
Doing good. You know, watching the first wild card game so far. It's not that great, but hey, you know, at least we got some good ones coming up later this weekend. So getting ready for those.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we got some good ones coming up. We got hopefully the worst one out of the way. It looked like the Chargers were going to run away with that, but now the Texans are doing their thing. So shout out to them. Shout out to your guy, CJ Stroud. Look like he is overcoming everything and putting that team on his back and just being amazing, like all these number 2 draft picks are, man.
So he's just getting bailed out. Again, this is what happens. It's all right. That's all right though. His next year, Bryce is going to show why he's true best quarterback in that class. So
that's what's going to happen. So Bryce is finally going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, he'll make the playoffs next year.
No doubt. All right. Well, yo, shout out to Chuck Global. So he's the rapper on our Pick'em Pros song where he name dropped Desmond Clark. Let me show my hoodie here, rocking here. So shout out to Knuckleheads Global. So shout out to our guy Chuck Global, man. I had to order my swag. I don't wear much outside of Pick'em Pros, so definitely a big deal if we're gonna rock other gear. But that's our guy. That's family. He will be at our next King show Saturday, February 8th. That is going to be our best show yet. That's going to be on location. We have some amazing prizes coming out. We've got some great guests. Some I can't even name yet, but we've got, I'll just say we've got verbal commitments from someone from our local news station that should be there. We've got Tyler Jones from NC State, who's currently a recruiter. We've got Bryanna, who's going to be flying in from the West Coast, and some more that I'm working on. So it's going to be great. We'll be actually all the way in the back in the private VIP area for the entire show. And then we'll have Kings for a couple hours after that, where we plan on filming a little video for the song. And Tavares Jordan, the producer who's got the hit song out right now that he produced, he will be flying in probably from the West Coast to be there with us as well. So it's going to be action-packed. All right. Well, man, let's get into it. We are going to talk about these NFL wildcard games. We're going to talk about that. We're going to bring again Breon, get her picks. We're going to talk about the Cavs. Are they going to win 70? My gosh, they've only lost 4 games so far.
I don't know about 70.
Yeah, you don't know about 70? Okay. Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the college football playoffs. We finally have our matchups here. We've got Ohio State and Notre Dame. So we'll dive into that. And we are going to give you our picks for who is going to play in the Super Bowl and who's going to win the Super Bowl. So we'll end with that. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and bring our guy who I know can't wait for the next game, the Steelers-Ravens, because he's got his MVP playing, and I know he can't wait for that. So I know he's waiting for a thrilling game. Let's bring in our guy, Mr. Christopher Davis. What's going on, my man?
What's up, y'all? How y'all been?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Whew, I'm a little stressed. I just need Lamar to come through. Listen, this is put up or shut up time. Everybody's been giving you the Peyton Manning, 7 years excuse until you break through. This is the breakthrough year, man. Yep. Last year it should have been. This year it's got to be. So again, and you know how these Steelers-Ravens games get over these past couple of years. So this I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. But
Chris, we know how these Steelers-Ravens games can get.
We brought the terrible tell. See, I do.
I'm cold, and then I'm hot cold. It's been a little interesting here, so I'm just preparing. If it gets hot, I just need a towel in case I start sweating. So that's all. That's all it is. It's just a towel in case I start sweating.
Terrible towel too.
Yeah, it just happens to be. I just grabbed it.
That'll even look fake. Yeah, that'll look a little real. All right. Yeah. See the yellow and the black, it seems color coordinated.
Well, Chuck Global is a shout out to my guy because he is from Pittsburgh. So I'm repping him. Shout out to him with the song, and then I just need a towel. In case I start sweating. So
all right, shout out to him. Lamar ain't gonna sweat though. We go do this. Let's go.
All right, man. Well, let's get into these games. We're gonna finish up before the thrilling game here. So we got less than an hour to go ahead and knock this out here. So, and yeah, Zay Flowers is out for that game. So we'll definitely get into that. But before we do that, we had the Bengals. The Bengals did not make the playoffs. They did everything they could at the very end of the season to make the playoffs, but they ended up getting bounced because the Kansas City Chiefs just so happened to lose to the Denver Broncos. And it wasn't even close. It was a blowout. And I know, Kelsey was emphatic that they're not ducking any smoke and, seemed to really had his chest out about that. But the game and the score kind of said otherwise. And yeah, we see Summer said, they lost on purpose. So Diego, were they concerned about that smoke? What's up with that, man?
I think they're very concerned about the smoke. The Bengals, they are the only team, or the only Joe Burrow's the only quarterback currently in the NFL that's beat Mahomes in the playoffs, because Brady was the only other person. He's gone. He's retired. So I think they're definitely scared of the Bengals, and that's why they sat everyone and proceeded to lose 38-0.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
What do you think about that, Chris?
The team that lost to the Patriots week 1 and then to the Chargers late in the season, and every game they came up short to the Ravens. This is the same team, right? I'm sorry. I'm not saying Kansas City was ducking, but like we gotta call a spade a spade. Zach Taylor's coaching in that defense was abysmal. Nobody was really. Everybody's just more worried about Joe Burrow and Jabbar. The defense is food. Like nobody was really like stunned Cincinnati's defense like that. So I don't even. I mean, shoot, Bo Nick. The reason why the Broncos were like putting themselves in a position to get in the playoffs was the fact that Bo Nix was torching that defense. Everybody. Like A.D. Dalton was having his way with the defense. He's not even our starting quarterback anymore. Like I don't understand what this whole fear of the Bengals is. It's a fear of Joe Burrow, yes, but that defense, nobody was scared of them. And again, they lost to the Patriots week 1. This is not necessarily like an intimidating foe. Like, oh, they're getting hot. Oh, if they're gonna sneak in. They lost to good playoff teams. Their record is their record because again, in the big moments, even versus teams like the Chargers currently have 6 points in a playoff game. This is and the Bengals lost to them. So I'm not. I would hear like they should if they wanted to get in the playoffs, they should have tried to win the games you needed to win.
Okay. So the fact that the Burrow's thrown for 5,000 yards, I think he's the only QB to do that, even though guy that they say is going to win his 3rd MVP didn't do that, and it's about stats, but that doesn't matter. Thrown for 5,000 and okay, but they're not scared of him. All right.
I mean, shoot, Drew Brees threw for 5,000 yards every 5 out of his 20 seasons, and he's only won one MVP. No, he didn't even win an MVP. He just got the Super Bowl MVP. So what are we doing here?
Okay.
It's not like there is a precedent for this before. A guy on a great team that has a sucky defense doesn't go to the playoffs because said terrible defense. And he throws for 5,000 yards. He has a wide receiver. Again, he does. Drew Brees never had a wide receiver like Jamar Chase, so I'm not even going to do that. But we've seen this precedent before. It's just I don't want that for Joe Burrow. I want him to get a ring, but in this conference, it's like who's really going to get a ring? I think Justin Herbert just threw another pick. Again, this is the same team that they lost to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we just wanted to ask the question, just dive into it. So, seem to be split on this. Some of the fans say that they are scared. Some say that they're not scared. They have no reason. But tell us in the comments: are the Chiefs ducking that smoke? The only team, the only current squad, or only current quarterback to beat them in the playoffs in the last several years, or are they just simply resting and going to have multiple weeks going into the playoffs, which we know that can be a bad sign when you have a little too much rest going into the playoffs. So we will see. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here. Let's go ahead and go into the game. So we currently have the Chargers versus Texans. Diego, looks like the Texans are going to probably pull this off. It's early 4th quarter. Texans are up 20-6 with the ball. So yeah, looks like they're putting this away. It did not look like this early on, but they've totally turned it around. The Chargers are not able to score at all.
Yeah, I had the Chargers in this one, but the Texans are getting carried by their defense, and Nico Collins is having a really good game. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
they're gonna sneak away with another win here.
They're gonna beat them by 20, dude.
That's
not.
Yeah, well,
if it was the same scores the first half, I got you, bro. But
yeah, Diego. I don't know if it's a sneak.
Just look what CJ's got
over 20.
CJ should have 2 picks. So, and he had a slant route touchdown to one of the best receivers in the NFL. So,
okay. All right. Well, yeah. This is a tough watch, even though now Houston's starting to put up a lot of points, but it's still not the best game to look at, and that's hard to say for any NFL game. But let's go to the good games that we have here. Let's go ahead and move on to the Steelers and Ravens, because this is the one we've been waiting on here. It's going to start in about 45 minutes. Baltimore is a 9.5-point favorite. 9.5-point favorite. Lamar, 3-time MVPs, pretty much got it signed, sealed, and delivered. So, Diego, you're rocking the Ravens jersey. Is there any way the Ravens lose this game?
Yeah, I figured I'd try to give the Ravens all the help they can get so that they can win this playoff game. And so that when Lamar wins the MVP unanimously, that it's not going to get, it's not going to get discounted due to this, due to them losing in the first round. So I'm just trying to do my part and help them win. And with that being said, I do have the Ravens winning this one.
All right. and Eric, I want to respond to Erica in a second. So Summer, pull that back up. But the other thing is, I believe the votes were due yesterday, I believe, for MVP. I think they had to turn those in already. So the votes are cast and they're in. So the actual votes will have no bearing on the game today. So Erica said no on the Steelers. All right. Thank you. But see, I haven't made my pick yet. So we don't know who like I said, I've got this just in case, start sweating. I got the towel and I'm prepared just in case. So it has no indication on my pick. All right. So Mr. Chris, man, Ravens.
All right. So this is, again, my favorite player in the league. This is time to shine. It's been a great season. Listen. At this point, I just want Lamar to be carried by Derrick Henry. Like, I'm happy with the MVP. I don't care. As long as we get, listen. If we can just ride Derrick Henry all the way to the Super Bowl, I don't care. We got the third MVP. I just want the Ravens to win a Super Bowl at this point. And again, I understand that Lamar Jackson, great player, and again, I had to just push that narrative of like Derrick Henry, he's helping him out. Yes, unfortunately, it is playoff time, and I've seen Derrick Henry put up 200 yards before. We just need to do that, and then we're gonna win. So yeah, as a Lamar fan, it's like, hey, this is put up or shut up time. The Steelers, I mean, shoot, like even the 34-17 game, like that was in the balance of like was it if Marlon Humphrey didn't get that pick six. So it's like, I don't know. I'm a little nervous, as you can tell. I think that 9.5 spread is a little too crazy because the Steelers have that kind of magic where like they can either get a turnover or something. So hopefully it doesn't come down to a Justin Tucker kick this year because Lord, I can't.
Oh, that's right, Justin Tucker.
My heart can't take it.
Oh, that's right.
With this, we're starting the journey to the Super Bowl. And yeah, and if the Bills win tomorrow, that Ravens-Bills game is going to be hard for me to call. I'm not going to lie. But currently, I think I like what I've seen from the Ravens after the bye and all their improvement. Lamar, just how he's improved towards the end of the season. The Browns game was a little discouraging because I definitely wanted them to not have as many penalties and like have as much of like mental errors, and losing Zay, that does hurt a little. So because we lost Zay, hey, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Likely, Rashad Bateman. Come on. Little red zone touchdown to Mark Andrews. That needs to be the game plan, and the Ravens should win. But again, I am very scared. I'm not gonna lie. It's so about this team with the Steelers, man. I don't know.
Very scared. So the 3-time MVP needs to lean on the running back and not throw the ball. Okay, but that's okay. But it is cold. It's going to be cold. It's nighttime. It's going to be in the 20s. It's going to be a good AFC North battle. Teams that have very good defenses and that are tough and gritty typically do very well in these types of games. Teams that have
I see the setup. Here it goes.
Teams that have amazing coaching and are just balanced and are able to grind it out, do very well in this situation. So looks like you guys are on the record for the Ravens. I believe you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and be on an island. I don't have my hat. I'll switch my hat. I'll bring that out next time. I'm on an island. I'm gonna go ahead and officially go with the Steelers in this one. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can go ahead and get a game up. We'll see who Bree has in this one. But we agreed on the other game, but I'm going with the Steelers in this one. All right. So let's move on to the next one. We'll come back to this later. Let's move on to the Broncos Bills. I think we all might agree on this one. Buffalo is a 9-point favorite at home. Diego, take this one away, man.
Yeah, I got the Bills. They're at home. Josh Allen getting ready to make a big playoff run. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills here. should be pretty obvious.
Okay, obvious. They're at home. 9-point favorite. Oh, the Broncos are dangerous. Broncos have been playing well. It took Cincinnati all they had at home to knock them out, and then they totally blew the Chiefs out. Although the Chiefs didn't play any starters, they still were impressive in that game. So, could be a little closer than what people think. But the Bills are the overwhelming favorite in this one. Who do you have in this one, Chris?
Yeah, y'all know what Cal Williams says about Chrysler 300s and Phantoms, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. The Buffalo Bills are definitely gonna win this one. And I would be surprised if they didn't, purely because the whole narrative around this team has just been oh, Josh Allen needs to be Superman, he's been carrying this moribund team, and then they post on social media that oh, nobody's an all-pro, and I'm well, he kind of said, hey, the rest of our team sucks, even though James Cook is one of the better running backs in the NFL. So, I want the Bills to win just because I would find it hilarious if they didn't, because I'm really, y'all lost Bo Nix of all people after all the whole, Josh is motivated. This is his year to get an MVP, and he's going to be the best quarterback in the NFL now. And it's going outside to the Broncos would be terrible. So I want for Bills fans also.
Well, Chris, if the Ravens just so happen, we know there's no way the Ravens lose tonight. There's no way that happens. But for some reason, if they happen to lose, the only thing that would save you is if the Bills lose as well.
Yep.
Oh,
and then we can just wrap this up and just say that Kansas City is gonna, do their thing, and we're just gonna. It's gonna be unfortunate because it's okay, well, now we know who's gonna win the AFC because Ladd McConkey just had a touchdown on 3rd and 26. So yeah, the Chargers are back in it apparently. Right. So we will see how that one goes.
Sell him, CJ might sell another one.
Well, he just missed the extra point.
Oh, they did.
Okay. Now they're running.
Messed up.
They ran it back. So, yeah. Yep. All right. Well, let's move on to the next game here. We've got the Packers and the Eagles. The Eagles are a 5-point favorite at home. Diego, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this one. They're at home, and the Packers, they've just been a little banged up this year. And Christian Watson, they don't have him. They've just been without a lot of their starters this year, and I just think I just don't know if they have enough to win this game against a very tough Eagles team.
Okay, and it looks like Josh has the Eagles. Yep, Josh has Eagles. Summer, you go. Oh yeah, Summer. We know you're going with the Eagles, so that's no question there. All right, many reasons we know you're going there. All right, Chris, who you got?
I got the Eagles in this one. Again, seeing them rounding the form. The Packers, again, with Jordan Love, I don't know how good he's going to be after his arm injury. So we're going to see how that goes. But, I mean, to me, it's going to be like Philly and Detroit in the NFC Championship. So I'm not even – and with that, I think that's one's going to be a coin toss. But I'm excited to see, what happens and, how basically how the Eagles do. I'm not going to say the Packers aren't going to put up a fight because for whatever reason, Matt LaFleur's teams are always scrappy. So we're gonna see. I don't have the Eagles in this one.
Okay, so you guys both have the Eagles. Again, Jalen Hurts is coming off of that concussion. Hasn't played since then. All reports are that he is sharp, but still, and the last time we saw him, they were losing to the Commanders. So I told y'all about the Packers before. I'm going to stick with them. All right. So I am going to be on my hat. I'm on the island.
That's crazy.
I'm on the island. I'm on the island, man, with the Green Bay Packers. So the Packers will go ahead.
You haven't learned your lesson, man. You haven't learned how to make smart picks. This is what dug you into a hole in the regular season, and why you lost by about 20 games. And you just haven't learned. You just haven't learned, man.
Okay, so this is a new season. All right, this is where I shine. This is when it matters. All right, this is when it really matters. So I got it, man. Like I said, I got the Packers. I stand by the I'm on the island with the Packers. Although we'll see, Bree might be with me. So we'll see. We're gonna get hers in a minute. Although I see her head moving in a certain direction, so I said maybe not. So I might truly be on the island. And then the Steelers, I'm on the island with that, and I have a feeling I'm gonna be on the island possibly with another one. So I'm either a genius or the refs will rob me. One or the other. One or the other. That's all it is. All right.
Refs will rob you.
One or the other.
This is why you gotta also pick like ref favorable teams, just because these are the times a year where that's gonna like count more.
Yeah, that is true. So that definitely you got to take that into account with the Chiefs. What's up, Johnny O? Hope you're doing well, my man. Can't wait to see you be at Kings as well. That's our guy. Okay, so that's that game. Let's go ahead and move to another game that I think we're going to disagree on, but it may be in a slightly different order. We've got the Commanders. Commanders are traveling to the Bucs. The Bucs are a 3-point favorite at home. So, Diego, give us your rundown on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Bucs in this one. The Commanders, they've had a great year. 12-5, and they have won a lot of close games, but they haven't beat a lot of like really good playoff level teams. And then the Bucs, on the other hand, they haven't had the best year. They're 10-7. They've had some injuries. They still do have some injuries, but I believe in Baker. Baker's shown that he can play well in the playoffs. Every single playoff game he's played in, he's played really well in. So I'm confident that he'll play well again against a rookie who we've never seen in the playoffs before in this game.
Yep. Yeah. Josh. So you know what, Chris, we're gonna have you go last on this one. So Josh has the Bucs. Brandon has the Bucs. So yeah, we all definitely. And then Johnny O said Commanders on fire, but he agrees. Diego has the Bucs, and I have the Bucs. So we all got the Bucs here. Right. So depending on Bree, I think, man, you might be. I have a feeling you might be on the island, man. Let me go ahead and fire it up here.
I might be on the island with this, but there's something about Jaden Daniels, man. I'm sorry. I think that for me, again. You can see with this Commanders defense, that secondary, a little shaky sometimes. But again, I know, with the Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans thing, somebody might get ejected. So, somebody might lose their best wide receiver if somebody tries to throw hands. So I'm factoring that into my decision as well. So, yes, I am choosing the Commanders. I believe in Jaden Daniels just coming up and having another clutch moment and kind of showing, really putting a stamp on his rookie season. So we'll see.
When was the last time Marshawn Lattimore played in a football game?
The Eagles game.
So that was about 3 months ago.
I mean, we'll see.
It was a while.
No, not the Saints Eagles game. The Eagles game where he did have a bunch of penalties on AJ Brown, so that's where I'm kind of like, ugh. The one thing that scares me is that secondary and him and Mike Evans, going to come to blows and stuff. So that's the one concerning thing I have. I don't know. I like this Commanders team for some reason. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they have another number 2 pick that's had no pressure that the whole world is crowning. So I see a lot of similarities there. So what was his clutch moment? The Hail Mary. Is that it? Or?
I guess so. I mean,
Hail Mary, Atlanta, and then the Eagles drive. All three. Those three.
Atlanta's not
the bad call. The bad call in the first quarter when Atlanta was beating them down, and then that call that kept that drive alive that totally turned the game around.
Okay.
That one.
And Atlanta's not a playoff team. The Eagles were when Jalen Hurts got concussed, and the Bears, when the Bears are just horrible. They're 4-11 or 4-13. They're just horrible. So that's not really signature.
Yeah, Chris. But Chris, you're saying his signature moment is gonna be this right now.
I'll be alone on this. If there's a signature moment tomorrow, please just believe the memes and jokes I will be sending to all of you guys will be electric.
Hey, and put it, and they don't have to be. Go ahead and post them. Post them on Instagram. Put them out there for the world.
I will let this take marinate. I will let it marinate. I will let it sit. Because I believe in this team, man. We go see.
All right. So Chris is on an island with his Commanders. Okay, so we got one more here, and then we're gonna bring Bree on and get her take on these games. The last one here, see, Summer said to send them to her, Chris. It's awesome. So let's see, Summer will put a little sauce on them as well. So she'll add a little something on top of them. Okay, so last one, we've got the Vikings versus the Rams. The Vikings are 2.5-point favorite. This game has been moved due to the tragic fires on the West Coast. So thoughts and prayers to everybody out there dealing with that for sure. First and foremost, so the game has been moved to Arizona, State Farm Stadium. So Diego, man, who's gonna win this one?
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams in this one. The Rams, I just like the Rams style. The Rams, I just like they're just a very dangerous team. They won a Super Bowl. They're the only team other than the Chiefs that has a quarterback that's won the Super Bowl recently. So that's a big advantage. They got the experience there, and the Vikings, they have Sam Darnold. Okay, and Sam Darnold. You've seen the Sam Darnold in the big games. Against Detroit, he just folded. He was just throwing the ball over the receivers' heads and could not convert in the red zone. And Matt Stafford has a Super Bowl winning quarterback. They just got lots of experience there and lots of firepower with the receivers. So I got them.
Okay, you got them. All right. What about you, Chris?
I'm picking the Rams as well. Yeah, I trust Stafford and McVay in these big moments. Also, the Minnesota sports curse still exists out there. So I don't necessarily think Sam Darnold will necessarily make that better because, again, we saw him in literally the biggest moment. Like get all the marbles, you gotta win this game in order for your team to secure the 1 seed. You get the confidence. And then the Lions with literally like their backups are like stopping you in the red zone. Like that's where I was. Okay, this 14-3 thing. We might have been looking through that with rose tinted glasses. So we gonna see.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, man, you guys are gonna be.
How many islands is this, man?
A lot of islands.
It's like 3.
Hawaii over there, man. Come on, dog.
Not the islands, man. Not the islands. Hey, so you guys are gonna be in a 3-game deficit. So you're gonna be in an unrecoverable deficit. We might as well not even pick the rest of the playoffs. Let's just enjoy it. We'll have shows. We'll talk about what's happening and all that, but don't even worry about picking anymore for the rest of the playoffs after this one because I'm gonna be up so much. I can't believe y'all don't see that. Yeah, Josh. So. Man, the Vikings, they're the favorite here. Sam Darnold, that game against Detroit, that was his playoff game. Okay, that gave him the experience.
And you saw how he looked. How he looked. But that wasn't even a playoff game. He totally folded.
Got him ready. They were in a dome. The conditions were the same. The defense was very similar. It's a lot of similarities in that game. They are very well coached. They have a great coaching staff. They've got the weapons on the outside, and they are going to fix all their mistakes, and they're going to take it to the Rams. They're going to get, thanks, Mom, appreciate that, love the hat. And they're going to get this one, man. So yes, I will snag another one from you guys. And like I said, don't even worry about picking for the rest of the playoffs. Let's just have fun, talk about the games and whatnot. Maybe at the Super Bowl, because I'm sure all of our stuff's going to be wrong. We'll then just pick, at the Super Bowl show at Kings who we're going to win. But don't worry about picking anymore after this.
All right.
We'll
see.
Good luck, man.
Go.
Hope you get at least one right.
All by yourself. Shooters in the league. You a good 3-point shooter if you're 33%. So I mean,
I just hope you get one so you don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
You don't come back here 0-for-3.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. I will at least have an amazing batting average or, decent 3-point average, a good enough 3-point average to play in the NBA. So here we go.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Because you only got to shoot about what 18% to play in the NBA at this point.
It looked like a Rudy Gobert game, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, Chris. Well, we're gonna bring you back on in a minute. We're gonna bring Bree on, and then we'll see you in a little bit. All right. Oh, all right, my man. Let's bring Bree on for Bree's picks. All right, what's going on, Bree? All right. And Bree, I think you are on mute.
Yeah, I was.
No worries. What's up?
Nothing much, just lots of allergies over here.
Well, hope those pass soon. Sound great, and great to have you. Love the shirt.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah. So, all right. So it is playoff time. We are excited. We can't wait to have you here in about a month for the Super Bowl show. But now the playoffs are finally upon us. So we've got, the game here, Texans, Chargers. I think we all felt that the Chargers would come out and get this one, but it's looking like the Texans are going to pull this one out. But let's move on to the Steelers Ravens. So are you joining me on this island, or are you with everybody else with Lamar and the Ravens?
No, I will not be joining your island.
Good choice.
Yeah, right. No, seriously. I don't know. I just feel like the Ravens, like Lamar Jackson, he's just too good. Like I feel like the Steelers don't really like match up to them. And Derrick Henry's been really good. So yeah, but Diego's but the Steelers have a really good head coach, so I think if the Steelers do win, I wouldn't be surprised either way. So
it is going to be cold. The conditions favor the Steelers to a degree as far as their defense and whatnot. Of course, like you said, they've got Derrick Henry. If they run the ball, they should be in good shape. But you never know if they want to try to prove that Lamar should be the MVP and throw it a little more than they should, then it could get a little dicey.
Yeah, with the wind and the cold and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're on record for the Ravens for that one. All right, what about Broncos Bills?
Okay, as much as I like the Broncos, I really like what Bo Nix has been doing, but I really just have to go with the Bills. The Bills, Josh Allen, I really think he's going to win MVP. But anyway, he's just really good. And I feel like the Broncos, it is Bo Nix' first playoff game. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. And he's going to fold under that pressure that he has. And the Bills, they just have Josh Allen. He has really good passing and rushing techniques and everything. So with that, I'm definitely going to have to pick the Bills, even though I like the Broncos because of Bo Nix.
Okay. Yep. So we all agree on that one for sure for the same reasons that you outlined. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. The fourth one, we've got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Philly to play the Eagles. Looks like I'm on the island so far with the Packers on this one. What side are you on for this one?
I like what the Packers have been doing lately, but I don't think it's enough to beat the Eagles. I mean, I feel like that's not a fair matchup. The Eagles are so much better. That's my dad's team, the Packers, so I feel bad for this. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching. But so, and Jordan Love might fold under that playoff pressure as well, too. So with that, it's just really a no-brainer to me to pick the Eagles. So.
Okay. Yeah, the Eagles are there. That's a tough place to play. Even riding by and looking at the stadium, it's intimidating. It's this intimidating place, the fans, everything. So it's gonna be a tough place. But Hurts not playing a little bit concerns me. And the weather conditions and whatnot. But they've got Saquon sat out and didn't go for Eric Dickerson's rushing record, so he should be fresh. And as long as they hand them the ball, that should give them a big advantage. So see what happens there. Okay. All right. So then we've got the Commanders going to Tampa. So let's see. Let's see Brandon's comment. Christian Watson out for this game. Jordan Love banged up. Yeah, definitely. That's the case right there, Brandon. Thanks for checking us out, my man. So Commanders are traveling to Tampa. Tampa won their division narrowly over the Falcons. Diego and I both have the Bucs. Chris has the Commanders. What side are you on for that Commanders-Bucs game?
I'm going to have to agree with Chris on this with the Commanders. Right. I know. Diego was surprised. I know Mayfield, he is really like experienced and he has really good arm strength because he knows how to play these games.
Mhm.
But I feel like the Commanders, they've been doing really well with their offense and their defense, but they need to limit turnovers, and then I think they'll be good because they
Okay.
have a lot.
All right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is a toss. I think Bucs are a 3-point favorite.
Mhm.
That's going to be a close one. That's
Yeah.
one of the most narrow margins that we have here as far as favorites. So, and
Yeah.
of course, us, pick 'em pros, we're all split on this one. So we're 2-2. So we'll see. This one might end up deciding, who's in the lead here. So we'll see what happens with this one. Okay. And then the last one, I'm really curious to hear your take on this because I don't know what your pick is. So I'm excited to hear this one. We've got the Vikings at Rams. This is in your neck of the woods. Diego and Chris have the Rams. I am on an island so far with the Vikings. And though the Vikings are like a 2.5-point favorite, who do you have in this one?
I'm going to agree with you and your crazy takes. I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Yes. All right.
I love Matthew Stafford, obviously, because he was a Lions quarterback for so long. But, he has a lot of experience, but I don't know. The Vikings, when they played the Lions, they didn't really play that well. But I feel like they played well enough to where they could potentially beat the Rams. I'm thinking, but I guess we'll see. But if the Rams win, again, like with the other teams, I wouldn't really be as surprised. But I really think the Vikings are going to win, even though I don't really want them to. But I think they will.
Want the Rams? Yep, I understand that. And see, that's where picking these games. A lot of times when we pick a team, they think they're our favorite team or we're fans of them and whatnot. And a lot of times we are picking against the team that we want to win because we're predicting what we think is truly going to happen. So that's part of this business.
It's always so hard to do.
All the time.
You have to pick against the Panthers a lot because sometimes you truly don't think they were going to win. What did you say, Bree? I think we cut you off.
Oh, I just said it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like kind of what Diego said, just because my Cardinals too, they were not good either.
Yes, for sure. Okay. Well, Bree, we're gonna have you back on at the end. All four of us are gonna be here together. And Brandon, playoffs are a different animal, but we're all gonna be together to give our Super Bowl matchup predictions and who we think is gonna win the Super Bowl. So we're gonna end the show with that. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. Cool. So, all right, Diego, man. Well, we're going to bring Chris back on, and we are going to go ahead and talk a little bit of college football, NBA for a second, and then we're going to finish up here with our Super Bowl predictions. So let's bring Chris on, and let's get into the college football championship. Okay. So, Chris, man, welcome back.
What's up?
Okay. So we've got Ohio State, the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes have, made their way into the championship after that embarrassing loss to Michigan. They've, righted the ship and made their way there. But then we've got Notre Dame. All right. Notre Dame has made their way to the championship as well. See, Josh is saying 32-12. Texans. That game is getting out of hand for sure. So we're not even paying attention to that one anymore. But does Notre Dame, Diego, we're going to start with you. Does Notre Dame have a chance? Ohio State is the overwhelming favorite, clearly. Everybody's predicting them to win. They're probably a double-digit favorite at this point. They powered double-digit everybody. Does Notre Dame have a chance?
Notre Dame definitely has a chance. I mean, they play really well these playoffs. They've had some good wins against Georgia, even though Georgia didn't have Carson Beck. That was still a good win, to be a team of that caliber, and then to beat Penn State in the clutch like that. I think Notre Dame's a good team, and they definitely have a shot. I'm gonna pick Ohio State, but because they just have too much firepower, but Notre Dame definitely has a shot. It's going to be a good game.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I got Ohio State in this one, mostly because they've won in so many different ways. Because I think the first two games, it was, again, like the offensive explosion, and then their defense, coming through and just like, being dominant. But this last game versus Texas, it was like it got a little gritty towards the end. And again, that goal line stand was crazy. And then the whole touchdown that Jack Sawyer had, like that's a cool moment for him, after the whole Michigan fight thing, getting that touchdown. I like a good story like that. Like that was kind of cool. So
yeah,
I want Ohio State to win this. Also, Ryan Day, great job save, my man, because it was looking
Big
bad
save.
for him.
Yeah,
Like,
he was in
it
trouble.
Was so, hey, I'm glad for this, extended playoff for us getting to see these, somebody tweet like, oh, yeah, upstart programs, counted out, Ohio State, Notre Dame, just two smaller programs, they're not, and it's like, we know it was going to be marketing. We know that Ohio's like they're the biggest brand. So I'm excited to see the ratings of like how big this is going to get versus, and then it's just Texas. I don't even want to say anything about Quentin Ewers right now. It's just
now that's interesting. And you see, Josh has got Ohio State. Yeah, I'm interested to see the ratings with this because, myself personally, I'm not as excited about these college football games right now. And to me, it's because the NFL playoffs are here. So, watching Ohio State, Notre Dame, or any of these teams is like watching the Chargers and the Texans. Like, okay, nothing else on. Okay, I'll watch it, but I'm not really all that excited about it. Now, if it's New Year's Day or couple days after, in Brandon, the ratings will be high, but the ratings will be high because nothing else is on. But okay, ratings are high, but how excited are y'all really? About that game? Are you really that pumped up about it?
At this point, the only narratives are really like Marcus Freeman be like first black head coach to win a championship, and then Ryan Day, silencing all of his doubters. So that's like really the only intrigue. Then if you want to watch Jeremiah Smith, because like I'm not really like a big fan of Will Howard, but Jeremiah Smith is gold. So that's kind of
he is.
That's kind of it.
What's your thoughts on that, Diego? Are you really? To me, it's kind of like, okay, let's go ahead and end the season right around now. Like,
I kind of like the old format in the sense to where you had semifinal games on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then you had the national championship before the NFL playoffs. I kind of like the format because the national championship was around like week 18, where the teams are kind of where teams aren't really playing. So if they moved the season a little earlier to where they would have the playoffs and then have these big games before the NFL playoffs start, I think that would be the best thing. Because I'm not that excited for this national championship game. More excited for the the divisional round and NFL.
That's where the energy and the focus is. So like I said, gonna watch it, but not all that keyed up on it. You have those storylines. Actually, I'm more intrigued to see what Deion Sanders is gonna do. See, that's kind of got more of my attention than the game, in the draft and what's gonna happen.
I thought he was going to the Raiders, but then Justin Herbert just threw another pick. Well, that's all, folks.
You have to go low key. You have to go.
They might have to. Yeah. Now, Brandon, yes, you wish the national championship game, would finish in January 1st at the Rose. But that would have my attention. I would be excited about that. Like if the championship really needs to be that week, but for it to start to bleed into deep into the NFL playoffs, it just starts to lose a little bit of its luster there. So great point, Brandon. All right. Well, let's move on to a little bit of NBA here before we finish off and bring Bree back on and give our Super Bowl picks. Man, we haven't talked NBA in a while. Cavs have been killing it. They're on pace to win 70, maybe even a game or so more than that. They only have 4 losses, are beating everybody, beat Boston, beat OKC, who's looking fantastic. They're starting to get, a lot of the pundits are starting to say that they actually have a chance to make the NBA Finals. So, Diego, two-part. Are the Cavs going to beat 70 and be better than your Golden State Warriors were? And do they have a chance to get to the Finals and maybe even win a title?
No, I don't think they're gonna be better. I don't think they're gonna go 74-8.
Okay.
But I don't think they're gonna get 70. I think they'll definitely get in the 60s, but not 70s like elite category. I think they'll start to fade just a little bit. They have proved that they're the top team in the East right now as it comes to regular season play. They've folded too many times in the playoffs for me to believe in them to get to the NBA Finals. But to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, definitely, I think they have what it takes to get there. Even though it's not going to be easy because you still got the Knicks, the Celtics, of course, and the Knicks. But yeah, I think they're Eastern Conference Finals. I would say for them right now.
Eastern Conference Finals and finishing in the 60s, and Brandon agrees with that as well. What about you, Chris?
I would say the same. Mostly, again, the one thing that we saw with the 73-9 Warriors is they kind of like ran out of gas, like towards the end of that run. So more teams were like, hey, let's just win the 60 games, sell like a franchise record, and then just like, wind it down around playoff time. So I think I'm very excited to see what this team does. However, the Celtics championship experience cannot be forgotten. And then the fact that Cat is just hooping, like we grossly underrated like the trade between the Knicks and the Wolves. Because we're like, oh yeah, Julius Randle, it's gonna DiVincenzo, what's more shooting? And it's like, no, they actually got what they needed, which is a shooting center who can rebound. You don't need him. You don't need Cat to be like a great defender. You just need him to be solid. So that I think that the addition of Cat makes the Knicks still very interesting. But I think the Celtics championship experience it really depends on like who like seeding and like who faces who and like how all that goes down. But I don't know. The Cavs make me nervous come playoff time. I'm not gonna lie, because Donovan Mitchell, like he got one good playoff series in him, and then it's like
then he's gonna he's gonna little boy Darius Garland, because Darius Garland's been playing great, but when playoff time comes, it's gonna be spider time, and Garland's gonna take the back seat.
Yep. He's gonna start scooping his head, and he's gonna start LeBron James in him. And they're going to be battling. He's going to be extra bow-legged in the playoffs and doing all types of stuff. So, they are not going to be sharing the ball the way that they are now. So, one of those teams. Now, as far as the Knicks go, love, what they've got going on. But Thibodeau's going to find a way to run them into the ground before the playoffs come.
Especially having Cat, because with
injuries. So you can write the Knicks off of that. So people are going to start getting hurt at the end. And then so the Celtics, again, everything's gonna fall right into place for them to just go on and coast and walk.
How's your
right in
pick looking, man? Because Luke has been missing time, Kyrie's been missing time. How's your rematch pick looking, man? I was so curious about that.
I kind of want the Thunder to win. Like,
how's your rematch pick looking? Because you say like the Mavs and Celtics are gonna like have their rematch. I'm like,
I said that, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's done. Oh, you can book that. Oh, that's definitely. Yeah, that's definitely.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's going because again, the Celtics are going to walk there because again, the Cavs are going to have infighting as far as who the man is. The the other team, they're going to start to self-destruct. So the Knicks are going to start to be hurt. So that's a done deal right there. And then the Mavs are just waiting for playoff time, and they're going to turn it on. So no, my rematch is looking good. Now, Josh had a question. Let's pull that back up. Do you think Kenny will win Coach of the Year? He is doing a phenomenal job. Is this pretty much a no-brainer, Diego?
I think so right now. Yeah, it's a no-brainer right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Ime Udoka I say he's in the running, but Kenny, he's got it. He's the front runner right now.
You got to say Kenny. I mean, Udoka is doing a great job, but 4 losses with the Cavs, nobody saw that coming, and a lot of us question the firing of the other coach. So, but he's come in and has done a fantastic job. So for sure. Okay. Chris, did you have something on that?
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's Kenny. He has best team in the league right now. It's going.
For sure. Now, Summer, I know you backstage, and I can see your face. So this was for you. So with the game right now, game is out of reach. Houston is now blowing the Chargers out. Justin Herbert is throwing picks left and right. So Aaron, our videographer, just sent me a text and said, Herbert's looking like Jameis Winston tonight.
Yeah, man. We gotta have discussions about who we have in top 5 conversations after the playoff meltdown versus the Jaguars. So like 2 years later, are like picking in the top 5, and then we have losing to losing to the Texans.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah. Hey, Texans got a good defense though. I'm not even. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna. CJ did not play his best game. We're not saying that, but yeah, man. I think 2 playoff wins for CJ Stroud.
Yeah, ooh, that's right, Brandon. That's right.
You had one job.
Joe Flacco though, like where we
playoff wins. Yeah, man, that goes a long way, y'all.
Okay,
man.
Lamar better get 3 because I don't want those conversations like CJ and Lamar have to say playoff wins. Lamar tonight,
Ooh, that's right.
Not a time to mess around, bro.
That's right. That's right.
You gotta get 3, 4, 5, and 6. We gotta do this, man.
No, CJ has just had like the perfect, just kind of route, It's been perfect fall. Way it's fallen, it's been perfect for him.
Okay. Now, what if? Okay, super hypothetical. Okay, since you're not gonna give it to him yet, at least Diego. I'm not talking about you, Chris, but Diego. But if the Ravens take care of business, then and the Ravens and Bills take care of business, they'll be facing each other next week. That's going to be amazing. But if that happens, then the Texans will have to go up to Arrowhead. What if the Texans win that game?
It's not going to happen. So why are we even talking about stuff that's not going to happen? Like, this is CJ Stroud versus Patrick Mahomes. Are we serious? Why are we even? Why is this even like being mentioned?
You might as well. Oh my gosh, man! CJ will not have to win another game.
Bryce almost beat Patrick Mahomes. What we're just gonna forget about that Bryce basically beat him, but when Xavier Legette has some big drops and a bunch of stuff happened,
we will. If he goes up there and wins that, man. Anyway, okay. Well, we got to get on out of here. So let's get to our final segment. Let's bring Bree back on. And let's get into our Super Bowl predictions. All right. So here we go. Bree, what's up, Bree?
Oh, I was muted again. I'm good. Okay.
All right. Oh, cool. So let's see. Bring that up, Summer, please. Let's see. Brandon's love Lamar, but Buffalo's gonna beat Love Lamar. Going to Buffalo and beating Buffalo is tough. Yeah, that's definitely going to be tough. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get our final predictions here. Super Bowl right now. Let's go ahead and start with Diego. Diego, who do you have matching up in the Super Bowl, and then who do you have winning it?
I got the Bills versus the Lions in the Super Bowl, and I got the Lions winning. That's what I got.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So Diego. All right. Okay. We're on record here. Diego's got the Bills and the Lions, and he's got Detroit.
Yep.
Winning the Super Bowl.
Getting their revenge because, the team that loses in the regular season usually gets their revenge in the playoffs. And, I just believe in Detroit. They got what it takes.
Okay.
And, I just believe in them.
Man. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's switch up. Bree, who do you have?
So I definitely have the Bills and the Lions going to the Super Bowl. No surprise there, I don't think. But but I think the Lions are definitely going to win too, because like Diego said, they are going to get their revenge. That game was just a preview. So and we'll have Hutch back. We have Montgomery back. So it's a no-brainer to me.
All right. Okay. Chris, who do you have?
I have the Lions and the Ravens. And I'm sticking with it. I'm right. I gotta stick on Lamar trade till the wheels fall off. I got the Ravens out I don't know how they could possibly win that game if they actually played the Lions. I'm not going to lie. But somehow, if everything breaks right and the Ravens remain hot, I will say that the Ravens could win the Super Bowl this year. So they're my Super Bowl pick because I just want Lamar to, encapsulate this great season with finally, capturing this elusive championship. That's kind of what I want to see, man. And I love Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, you carried my fantasy team, so if you see this, don't hate me, bro. Please don't. But I'm right with Lamar. So the wheels fall off. There you go. We go see.
Man, all right, okay. Ooh, man, interesting. Y'all are making me
thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm
not even knocking their choices because that can legitimately happen. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking of all right, Drew. What's up, Drew? Okay, Pickens gonna pop off tonight. All right, we're gonna be looking for it. We're gonna be looking for you. You see that, Chris? All right, Drew said Pickens. All right, he's gonna do his thing tonight.
All right.
So, man, this is an interesting season. I'm going to, okay, call it audible. I'm gonna say Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Nobody said the
that was my backup. I was thinking about having the Chiefs.
It's my backup just because
the disrespect on this panel is just outrageous.
That's fine. If the Chiefs
I
make
want
it to the
something
Super
else,
Bowl,
man. I can't do another straight year of this, man.
No one can.
I can't do it. I can't.
No one can.
I'm gonna say Chiefs, Lions.
Okay.
In the Super Bowl.
I'm glad we all picked the Lions, though. I'm glad.
So then the whole world is going to be picking the Lions on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So they're going to make history. Here we go.
I might wait till the show on the 8th.
Oh.
Give my
so we got to give our picks.
Yeah,
no one cares enough for you to wait now.
What are we doing?
Yeah, what the heck?
Oh man, pick it now, man.
It's a cold game, man. What we doing?
We know you want to say
making
the
us pick now,
it's
man.
Okay. Yeah, we know.
So he's gonna get it wrong regardless, so it's fine.
And I might. We'll see what happens. We'll see who we have in the Super Bowl at the very end. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and say Detroit. I'm gonna go ahead on record and say Detroit. But we'll see. If we may have the Bills, because I have no shame. We may have the Bills versus the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and I might go with the Bills. Who knows? But right now, I'm gonna say Chiefs, Lions, and I'm gonna say Lions are gonna take it. So that's what we're gonna go with. All right. Well, can't wait. Looks like they are gonna go ahead and start pretty soon. So, Chris, yeah. We're pulling for you, man.
Prayers up. Prayers are up right now. I am very scared. And we go see. All right.
We're gonna see. All right. Well, thank you everybody for checking us out. We appreciate you spending a little bit of time on this NFL wildcard weekend to watch us. We will see you next week. We will be back. Thank you, Josh. We will be back the next 2 Fridays. So Friday, January 17th and Friday, January 24th, we will be in the studio talking primarily NFL playoffs. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll be at Kings in person. Make sure you come and check us out. All right. We're going to go ahead and sign off here. Let me find the outro. All right, y'all ready to roll?
Yep.
All right. Until then, we'll see you next time. Pick 'em pros.
Pros.
Later.
Yep.